I was bamboozled, run amok, led astray. Welcome to Psyche's Thoughts. My name isn't Psyche, it's Elizabeth. You're here, I'm here. We're here because I decided every day I'm going to get on here and share a random thought. I did just wake up. I definitely did just wake up. You can, you can see the sleep in my eye and hear it in my voice. I was deep in the chambers of slumber. And then I realized I had to get my butt up and come here and talk to you guys. So I don't really have much prepared. There was a script I was supposed to write when I got home. Went to bed. I ate and went to bed. Okay. Anyways, enough about me eating and going to bed. I'm just gonna get on here and complain instead. Because I was bamboozled. I was run amok, led astray. And you know who led me astray? Living single. But first, let's get into, okay, what am I actually talking about? Right, okay. I'm sure you have heard of living single. And if you haven't heard of living single, you probably have heard of friends. So it's essentially the same premise. A group of friends. Well, actually, no, it's not the same premise because it's a group of friends that all live either with each other or in the same apartment building, right? And in this friend group, there are these two characters. One is Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, and the other is Kyle. And Max and Kyle have sort of I believe, they have the enemies to lovers relationship, I think. I truly believe they are the pinnacle. They're the textbook definition. If you want to see enemies to lovers, if you go to a dictionary and you look up enemies to lovers, you're going to see Kyle and Max. You are. And they're lovely, and I love them for that. But they gave me a false hope. They did give me a false hope. I think what happens when you have excellent characters like Maxine Shaw, Miss Attorney at Law, is that young girls truly believe that this is their future. I thought I would be Maxine Shaw, Attorney at Law. And maybe I wouldn't find my Kyle because I'm really not an enemies to lovers girly. But I thought that I thought that dating was easy, and it's not. And I don't like doing, well, maybe not for me. Maybe I'm just not good at it. And I don't like doing things I'm not good at, so I just don't do it. I just don't do it. But while we're here, we're also going to talk about the great shift because that also left me bamboozled. I've been hoodwinked. I've been led astray. I've been forced to play a game that I didn't even really think I had any room or right to participate in. And now I'm stuck here and I can't get out. Yeah. How did this happen? Okay. Yeah. If you was dark skinned in like 2013, 2014, anytime before 2016, then you know. If you was in middle school and dark skinned, then you know. You you know. It was a really hard time to be it was a really hard time to be dark skinned then. And I was convinced that I was ugly. And now looking back, I don't think I've ever been ugly in my life, honestly. And you may have a different opinion, but this is my channel and this is a dictatorship. And so on this channel, I am the pinnacle of beauty. On this channel, I'm true Eve, true Elizabeth, true Psyche. I'm so sleepy. Anyway, but yes, I was convinced I was ugly. So you know what? You know what I did? 8th grade going to 6th grade, I was like, oh my God, if I am ugly, that means that I'm free. Right? I took a look at everyone around me. I took a look at what girls that were considered attractive in like middle school had to go through, and I was like, baby, I don't ever have to go through any of that. That means that I am free, free at last, free at last. And you know what I did with that newfound freedom? I decided I was just going to do whatever I wanted to do. I was going to dress how I wanted to do, how I wanted to dress. I was going to portray myself how I wanted to portray myself. I wasn't going to be caught up with fitting in, because I felt like a lot of people, a lot of girls that were considered pretty always felt like they had to present themselves a certain way to maintain the identity of pretty, the moniker of pretty. So imagine my surprise, my dismay, my shock, my the level of betrayal when I got to middle school and people, I mean, not middle school, I got to ninth grade and people started calling me beautiful. Like, people started thinking I was beautiful and like calling me beautiful. I was pissed. I was genuinely pissed. I was genuinely pissed. And um this is, it's always been a thing because I decided that I was just going to be myself and I wasn't going to care about what beauty, like I was already, I'm a very, like, once I decide to do something, I'm going to stay there until like the wheels fall off. So because I had decided that this is who I'm going to be and I'm going to be myself. I'm not going to try to fit in. I ran into another problem in high school, which was one, now having to navigate, I guess, what people expect from me because they think that I am beautiful and they think that I am not using my beauty correctly. So, yeah, and as a result of that, I feel like, or I grew up feeling like people had an odd relationship to my body and how I presented my body, or rather, how I like utilized my body. Um, there would be people that would give me unsolicited glow up tips. There were older women that there was just a lot of stuff going on there, and it always made me feel uncomfortable. And like, I know I'm not the only one that has probably gone through this, right? I'm pretty sure this is a common thing. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody has experienced that. If you have experienced that, share. But in terms of like dating, middle school, I went from okay, I went from end of middle school thinking, okay, if I'm not beautiful, that if I'm not expecting anyone to find me beautiful, that means that I don't have to. That means I know there's certain experiences I won't get. So I know I'm not going to get a boyfriend in high school. So I'm not even going to try to really date in high school for real, for real. But then you get to high school, people believe you're beautiful. So now you have the hope that, okay, maybe I can find a sense of like joy from this, from being in a relationship, right? Well, then I learned another lesson, and the lesson was no, no, that's not how dating works, and I've still yet to actually figure out how dating works, because I just, would I say I rage quit? I'm a cool. I just quit. Like, I just quit. Yeah. I get enough one good time and I quit for like 3 years and then I just like, mind my business or whatever the case may be. And now I'm 24. Very limited dating experience. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's a very common thing to be 24 and never had been in a relationship before, in a official relationship before. I think that's a very common thing. I don't really feel like I'm missing out on anything. But sometimes when I tell people that, they look at me and they're like, what? I, guys, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm literally so sleepy. The point of this video of, just being bamboozled, I think that the point I'm trying to make here is that, like, okay, I believe that was locked out of love. Now I'm now I have the option. I now I have been given the option, right? of it, or I feel like the option, I felt like the option was bestowed upon me in high school, and then from high school onwards, I feel like that option has been severely mismanaged or hard for me to navigate because I just, hmm, I'm processing this in real time. I don't know if it's a thing of like me. I don't know. I don't. How can I? I don't know if it's a thing of like me mismanaging it or necessarily like just circumstances or like just things just don't work out. That's just like life. But because the only idea of love I get is from TV and books, I'm thinking I automatically think, okay, if I think that life is a fairy tale. Probably, I think that what my problem is, I think life is a fairy tale. I think this is living. Yes, I think that it should be like living single. I think that I should be Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, and I should have great banter with somebody that I pretend to hate, and we end up getting married and having kids or something. I don't know. They get divorced. Apparently, that's not true in my world. But yeah, and it's not going that way. And now I'm mad at living single and Erica Alexander, even though I love her and I love living single. One time, one of my friends told me that my life is an insecure episode. I think about that a lot. Is your life like an insecure episode? Or is your life who? What sitcom do you think that your life is like? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more of me on this channel here, you can see me here in this corner there tomorrow. Because, okay, so today's video was actually supposed to be about Afro pessimism, but I'm too sleepy to be smart. But if you want to come here tomorrow and hear me talk about Afro pessimism, you can definitely do that. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. You can go to psychesthoughts.com. You can have a good night if you're watching this at night. If you're watching this any other time, have a good time, okay? I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye. That was my phone.